Welcome to Spiritual Mystic. My name is Katrina. This is your Oracle reading for April the 20th, 2018. The card for today is Shock of the New. There's a practical everyday message here, but there's also a very psychic message. When we want to change, when we want things to be different, when we want to wake up from our societal numbness or that zombie trance of keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. When we're trying to break free from that, we're scared. We're terrified that we're going to be judged or that we're suddenly not going to have any friends. When you decide to do things differently, your circle of friends could dissolve. It could just, poof, it's gone, and you could find yourself alone for a short period of time, maybe not a long time. This also, there's a psychic message here that goes with that. If you're watching this video, you want to grow and develop and evolve spiritually, psychically, maybe just as far as how you fit into the universe and the divine at large. Sorry, my nose is really itching. So, you feel that rumbling deep inside yourself. You feel that need, that energy, that, I wish I had the courage to cut all my hair off. Or I wish I had the courage to suddenly start dressing like a gypsy. Or I wish I had the courage, instead of wearing my little tiny insignificant diamonds, to wear those big gold hoops I see people wearing. Or I wish I had the courage to put on a pair of snakeskin pants when I go to the grocery store. Or I wish I had the courage to stop being a corporate executive and go work for Greenpeace. I wish I had the courage to move out of the city and live in the country and grow my own vegetables. But then what's everybody going to think of me if I do that? This card is telling you to stop fighting it. Yes, the new is going to be shocking. The new is going to take some time to adjust to. The new is going to give you the opportunity to step outside your comfort zone and learn to free yourself to do those things that you wish you could, but you're afraid of. That's all this card is about. Stop being afraid. I know it's easier said than done, isn't it? It's easy for me to sit here and say, you don't have to be anything you don't want to be. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You are free to do whatever you want to do, but you are not free from the consequences of that. And that is what the new is. The new are the consequences of you making different choices. And there is a shock value involved. I have not always been spiritual mystic. I have been a hairdresser, which was a lot of fun. I have been a pharmacy technician, which I hated. But the medical training has come in handy in my energy work and my energy healing because I understand the physical aspects of the body better. I have been a domestic violence advocate. I've worked in safe houses. I've spent long, dark nights of the soul with women who walked the floor smoking and crying about the abuse they have suffered at the hands of another. I have been a mother, a daughter, a sister, a grandmother. I've been a paralegal and worked in huge law firms and little tiny offices where it was just me and an attorney. I've done a lot of different things. And every time I changed and reinvented myself, there was an adjustment period. There was the shock of the new. There was me learning and figuring out, getting my sea legs, so to speak. And that's really what the shock of the new is. Whenever we reinvent ourselves, This card is saying never be afraid to reinvent yourself. Never, ever, ever be afraid to reinvent yourself. In fact, you should do it as many times as you can possibly do it in a lifetime. But give yourself time to get over the shock of the new. Give yourself time to adjust. And the funny thing is, the more I've reinvented myself, the more I want to do it. Once I learned to not be afraid to reinvent myself, once I learned that it's okay to be different, it's okay to stop being a paralegal and be spiritual mystic. It's okay to stop wearing business suits and dress like a gypsy. It's okay to not wear shoes if I don't feel like it, except, some places you have to put shoes on before they'll let you in their establishments. Whatever it is that you're trying to change about yourself, the more you let yourself be reinvented by yourself and by who you really feel, what feels comfortable for you. It's all about feeling comfortable. That's why we get stressed. We think we have to have these big fancy corporate jobs that make all this money, and we have to have the picket fence and the 2.5 kids. And that's okay for some people. Some people are really happy and comfortable with that. But if it's really stressing you out, that's not your divine calling in life. That's not your divine mission on this planet. And you need to stop and reinvent yourself. And yes, the first couple times you do it is really scary. It is. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be with it, and the less frightening it is when you decide you want to make these major changes in your life. If you want help with this, like I said, I've done it so many times that I actually look forward to it now instead of being afraid of it. But I remember being afraid. So I can help you with this or any other issue that you're dealing with. The link for my website's on the video. Have a great weekend. I will see you Monday.